after a very successful debut season with Hansi Flick, where we've managed to secure the domestic treble, as well as reaching the semifinals of the Champions League, fans and analysts alike have looked towards next season for greater success, in particular the Champions League. Now, we're hoping for more signings to improve our squad to take it to the next level, but apart from Juan Garcia, there seems to be quite a bit of a lag between them. Until then, I'll be here looking for solutions with the players that we already have in our squad. From here, I propose Fermin Lopez to be our main Mezzala for next season. Now, what is a Mezzala? A Mezzala is defined as a half-winger who contributes in attacks through creativity and dynamic runs, but are also expected to track back. They operate as part of a trio or even a diamond of a midfield, and they play ahead of deeper midfielders such as a destroyer or a controller, etc., etc. Now, I believe that Fermin Lopez is the ideal profile for this position. Firstly, I've mentioned that dynamic runs is a crucial role of a Mezzala. Fermin Lopez, while he still needs to improve his sense of positioning and timing, has great energy and ability and willingness to run left, right, up and down. Secondly, Fermin Lopez has pretty good technique by his own right. While he still struggles to position and time himself in his games, we've seen him capable of doing very neat shots, passes, flicks, half turns, and a few tricks here and there, whether it's in the middle of the pitch, on the right side, or on the left side. Finally, the first thing that we associate Fermin Lopez with is his incredible ball striking off of both feet. That guy can shoot from anywhere and will shoot on sight. While that can be perceived as a weakness within our hyper-possessional system, it's a strength within Hansi Flick's vertical and offensive football. Now, why am I even proposing Fermin Lopez as a Mezzala in the first place? Well, firstly, we'll take a look at some of our weaknesses over the past season. There's been a lot of talks over the left-hand space, where Rafinha often drifts in and Balde is expected to hold the width, and that creates a weakness and dependence upon Alejandro Balde to maintain that width. Without him, we lack width on the left side, and Rafinha is poor in 1v1s, isn't as good at holding width, etc., etc. That's already a common discussion. What I want to highlight is the weakness of our right-hand side. We have Lamine Yamal. Of course, we just have the best playmaker in the world, one of the best players in the world, and he's someone who can find solutions all on his own, whether it's 1v1, 1v2, 1v3. It's incredible. But is it sustainable? Especially relying on a 17-year-old to do that for us every single game? I don't think so. Now, why is Lamine Yamal expected to do so much in the first place? Well, firstly, you can look at our right backs, Jules Koundé and Eric Garcia. Jules Koundé is a defensive right back. For all his endless athleticism and stamina, he lacks individual attacking power on his own, and this leads to less dynamism, despite Koundé's ability to constantly provide runs for Lamine Yamal. Even if he's there, he doesn't have the ability to fully capitalize and maximize the space generated by Yamal, and doesn't have as much consistent ability for the final ball or to pop in a goal for himself. Eric Garcia, on the other hand, is a surprisingly strong attacker. The issue with him is that he lacks that endless stamina, not just to support Lamine Yamal and overlap for 90 minutes, but to play within Hansi Flick's German roulette, high pressing, high line, highly vertical football. And as a result, we've seen Eric Garcia often subbed out in games where he's expected to start. Now, if we can't get that support from the right back, where can we get Lamine Yamal's support? Especially if the right center mid in, say, Frenkie de Jong or Gavi is tasked to dictate play and circulate possession. My solution is the attacking midfielder. Typically, whether it's Dani Olmo, mainly Dani Olmo, Fermin Lopez, or even Gavi, they're tasked to play right around the advanced right half-space area, in between the winger and striker. Sounds familiar? Yes, that's positionally what a Mezzala is. However, the issue that often comes from this is that the right center attacking midfielder is often very static, and that's for a purpose. Hansi Flick loves his central overloads. What I mean by central overloads is packing a lot of players in the middle of the box to just farm chances, farm shooting opportunities, farm creativity. However, by keeping the attacking midfielder static, as well as the importance of our right center mid dictating play and the defensive nature of our right back, Lamine Yamal is often isolated for those 1v1s, 1v2s, and 1v3s. And doing that to a 17-year-old for 4,000 minutes of top-flight football is quite unsustainable. That's why I propose Fermin Lopez as our Mezzala. From there, what he can do is that he can provide over and underlapping runs for Lamine Yamal whenever he cuts inside or even stays out wide. If Lamine Yamal stays out wide, Fermin Lopez can underlap for Lamine Yamal to find him into space so that he can use his exquisite ball striking technique to send in a cutback or a cross. Additionally, if Lamine Yamal decides to cut in for himself and potentially shoot or get closer to play his famous crossing or through balls, Fermin Lopez can thus overlap and present another issue for the defender. Do you stick with Lamine Yamal to prevent him from doing what he does best, but risk leaving Fermin Lopez completely free to attack the space and capitalize on it with his ball striking and shooting technique? Or do you stick with Fermin Lopez, get distracted by him, and leave Lamine Yamal completely open to do whatever else he likes? While Fermin Lopez still has a good amount of distance to work on his positioning and timing, especially in regards to Lamine Yamal, I believe he has the minerals, whether it's his physicality and technical ability, to perform a Mezzala role that will not only benefit Lamine Yamal, but as a result would benefit the sustainability of the entire team. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would appreciate some feedback and your own thoughts down below in the comments.